I put in the lease that it was non-refundable.
I don't care what you put in the lease. Make this case more difficult than it is. You rented a room or two rooms
Yes.
from a house that the defendant was renting.
Yes.
You rented it in what month and year?
February 4th of this year.
Who moved in to the two rooms?
Myself and my daughter's father and my daughter.
When did you move out?
July 23rd.
What was your rent?
$1,000.
There's some indication that your daughter's father left at some point.
He did.
When?
I don't remember, to be honest. I have it in my phone.
Did anybody else move in?
Later on, after.
Well, how much after?
Like 3-4 months after.
You weren't living there that long. You were only living there for 5 months. So altogether now we've got 6 months. So let's try to figure it out. Your daughter's father left at some point.
He did.
When?
I don't remember, to be honest. I have it in my phone.
Did anybody else move in?
Later on, after.
How much after?
Like 3-4 months after.
You weren't living there that long. You were only living there for 5 months. So altogether now we've got 6 months. So let's try to figure it out. You moved in on February 4th with your daughter and your daughter's father. Month that he left.
I could check.
Check.
Okay.
Do you know what month he moved out?
Yeah, I want to say the end of March, beginning of April. Wasn't very long after moving in.
How much after that did someone else move in?
I want to say three weeks to a month later.
Yeah, she's right.
Okay. So the end of March he moved out. A month later you moved in another guy. Was that a new boyfriend?
He was a friend. He wasn't my boyfriend.
Is he your boyfriend now?
No, I'm not with him.
Were you?
Like, we're not friends. Cut it off.
But you moved him in.
He would stand there, like, when I was off of work, like, he'll come and visit, and then I'll drop him back off at home before I go to work. So, he'll spend the night sometimes.
So that's what I want to know. Did he spend the night there?
He wasn't staying there. He wasn't living there.
Yeah.
He wasn't even on the lease.
I don't care if he was on the lease.
No, he wasn't staying there, Your Honor.
Okay. How many rooms did you have?
2.
You have a daughter. How old is your daughter?
4.
Does she have her own room?
No.
Where does she sleep?
In the main room, the room that I rented out, and then my baby daddy had the other room, and it was a storage room.
Where
it was
did you
connected.
sleep? Where did you sleep when you were there?
It was the main room.
With your daughter? Even when you were living there with her father?
Yeah.
You all stayed in the same room?
Same room.
Okay, so the three of you stayed in the same room. How many beds are there in that room?
Just one literally bed in that room. One bed in that room.
So you all sleep in the same bed?
Yeah.
Okay, and when this friend came to stay overnight, where did he stay?
In the room.
In the main room?
Yeah.
All in the same bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he slept on the floor. Me and my daughter slept in the bed.
If that was the situation, was your friend paying any rent when he slept on the floor?
He was.
To whom?
To Estelina.
To her? So he was paying rent in a place that
Because he was helping me, because I needed the help. And she was looking for somebody.
Just a second.
Sorry.
My question is, how much was the total rent on the rooms that you, your daughter, and your daughter's father were renting in February when you first moved in? What was the total rent?
$1,000.
And when the old boyfriend left and the new boyfriend moved in, because you said he was paying rent, how much was he paying?
She added $250 and $100 deposit.
So then you were paying $1,250.
Basically, she was paying more for a different person, but same situation.
Just a second. When he moved in, she raised the rent to $1,250. Is that correct?
No.
Did you ever get $1,250?
No, I charged her $1,000 for rent, and then I made him pay a $100 deposit for moving in because he moved in the last of the month. And what I told her was I actually started making her pay $150 for a utility, so that was different. I never got $1,250.
You moved out in July as well?
Correct.
Because?
Because the rent was too high. I was falling behind on utility bills. I had stayed there originally just to keep my daughter in the school that she was in.
So you also had a child living with you?
Correct.
When she moved in, as I'm going to keep this simple, when she moved in, in addition to the rent, did she give you a deposit?
Yes, she did.
How much?
$600.
Where is it?
I put in the lease that it was non-refundable.
I don't care what you put in the lease. A deposit is to ensure that there is no damage. Did you pay security deposit to your landlord?
Yes, I did.
How much?
$3,200.
How long had you been living there?
4 years.
Did you get any part of your security deposit back?
No, I did not.
Did you break the lease?
No.
Well, where did you get the $3,200 from?
Because it wasn't just me living there prior. I had lived there with my ex-girlfriend and her family.
How much did you put in as a deposit, not your ex-girlfriend?
$1,000 out of the 32. It was shared among people.
You have proof that you put in $1,000?
No.
And if you didn't break the lease, do you have anything from your landlord indicating that they withheld your $1,000?
No, I do not. I was not the main person on the lease, so she refused to give me my copy.
That's not a problem. You have to return her $600 deposit to her, unless you're claiming any damage. Are you claiming any damage? No. She gets her
She paid for it.
Just a second. She gets her $600 back.
Mm-hmm.